Hello and welcome to Quick Anatomy Hub. In this tutorial, we are going to be talking about the body movements, the movements that the body is capable of, and the terminology we use for those movements. We will discuss the movements with reference to normal ankle position, which you can see here that the arms are relaxed by the side of the body, the legs and shoulder are wide apart, and the head is facing forward. Remember, movement is a change in position of an object relative to a fixed point. Today we will discuss the flexion and extension, which are body movements that increase or decrease the angle between two structures. It can move them close together or further apart. They are angular movements. In flexion, angle is decreased between two structures when they move close together. Here you can see when we move head forward towards the trunk, it decreases the angle, and this is called neck flexion. We can have flexion at elbow joint when forearm moves towards the upper arm. The angle is decreased. So this is called the flexion of elbow. Flexion of shoulder is when arm moves forward and the angle between scapula and humerus is decreased. Similarly, we have flexion at wrist joint when palm moves towards the forearm, the angle is decreased and it is called flexion at wrist joint. We also have fingers flexion when the fingers move towards the palm. Moving to lower limb, the hip flexion is when the femur or thigh moves forward and it decreases the angle between trunk and thigh. The knee flexion is shown in this picture also. When leg moves behind towards the thigh, there also angle is decreased. Then we also have the flexion of toes. So now here the extension. Extension is increase in the angle between the two body parts as shown in this picture. When we move the head backward or behind, it increases the angle between the head and trunk. This is called neck extension. As we have seen in flexion, the elbow flexion is the movement of forearm towards the arm. The elbow extension is the movement of forearm away from the upper arm. This is called elbow extension. We also have the shoulder extension as an example. Extension of arm or moving the arm behind the body, it is called extension of shoulder. It increases the angle between the humerus and scapula. The extension of wrist is movement of hand backwards. Then the extension of fingers is also the example. Coming to the lower limb, the extension of hip is moving the leg behind. This increases the angle between the trunk and the thigh. The knee extension is bringing back the leg from flexed position. This is knee extension. Then we also have the toes extension. Here comes the flexion and extension of thumb. The flexion and extension of thumb is slightly different from the other body parts. The movement of thumb towards the little finger, it is called the flexion of thumb, while the extension is movement of thumb away from the little finger. It is called extension. As shown in this diagram, the flexion of thumb towards the little finger and extension of thumb away from the little finger. In foot, we have dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. We do not have extension. So the dorsiflexion is upward movement of foot. The upper surface of foot or the dorsal surface of the foot, when it moves towards the shin, it is called the dorsiflexion. The plantar flexion is the movement of foot towards the ground or pointing the toe towards the ground. It is called the plantar flexion. Here is a quick review. We have discussed the flexion, which is decreasing the angle between two body surfaces, and we also have discussed the extension, that is increasing the angle between two body surfaces. We have covered the flexion and extension of thumb, and we have also discussed the dorsiflexion and plantar flexion of the foot. This is today's tutorial. We will discuss movements further in the next videos. If you have any question, you can comment below. Thank you.